Hello, everybody. My name's Biggles. You asked for it, so you're getting it. So we're going to do more videos where I talk about things. Now, I need to ask you a question. Are you more of a social gamer where you like the social interaction with the characters, or are you more of the technical gameplay thing? Well, that's what this article seems to be about. Let's jump right into it. There are two types of Fire Emblem players: those who gravitate towards the social mechanics, like my friend that I shall call Miss Violet, and those who prefer the tactical turn based combat, which would be more me. After a guided demo, a Fire Emblem Engage seems like it caters more towards the latter. Now, I watched this the other day. It looks like there's a lot of stuff that you get and prepare for to go into battle, and it would be like there was one where you were doing squats and that increased your dex. So if you go and you do these little mini games, it looks like you'll be able to increase your stats before a battle. So that is more towards the tactical stuff. So they could set up for that. The social sim aspects are still intact. There seems to be far fewer extraneous activities in the hub area compared to Three Houses. Now, Three Houses had a boatload of stuff that you would have to go and talk to your supports and get all the story and build up things, giving out gifts, raising your stats so they perform better and you have better adjacent skills with them. So that is all stuff that happened in Three Houses. A lot of your time in the hub was spending outfitting party members, unlocking new combat skills, and preparing for next battle. In this way, Fire Emblem Engage likes a more focused take on long-running tactical JRPG series. So I'm loving what I'm reading right now. I really like the tactical part of the game, which is why I play these turn-based games rather than the ones where I go in, smash buttons, and kick their ass. That's not as much fun for me as thinking through everything and trying to figure out the best way to win. Fire Emblem Engage follows a similar structure to other modern Fire Emblem games. You split your time between tactical tile-based combat and a hub area where you can interact with other characters. Now, I really hope the hub is not as big of a thing in this game as it was in the last one. Gareth Moss was huge, and it took forever to go around that I would make videos of just me running around talking to people, which I learned is not very fun for anybody. Maybe we'll just do some videos of us meeting some of the characters, and that would be the only interaction we use for those, rather than just doing the gameplay, which is my favorite part of the game. On the battlefield, Fire Emblem Engage brings back traditional weapon triangle that the series is known for: swords beat axes, axes beat spears, and spears beat swords. They brought that back in Three Hopes as well. In Three Houses, they had it as an ability rather than you automatically get it. So taking advantage of the weapon triangle inflicts breaks, which prevents the defending unit from countering in that skirmish. Weapons outside the triangle such as bows, daggers, and spell tomes are weak to physical attacks. As much as I enjoyed Three Houses, I played nearly 200 hours of it. Nearly 200 hours? Man, those are rookie numbers. Got to pump those up. I think I'm at like 400 hours on Fire Emblem, and Miss Violet, who I brought up earlier, she's played it more than me, so she's over 400 hours. I did mess with the traditional weapon triangle in past games. It gave several weapons distinct strengths and weaknesses that forces me to carefully consider my party. Reintroduction of the weapon triangle could lead to a more balanced experience, especially for those who might felt Three Houses was a bit too easy. Now, I did play it multiple times on Maddening. Once you get New Game Plus and you play it on Maddening, it's pretty easy, especially if you have the team you want. So I'm really looking forward to Engage being harder. I saw that it might have the Divine Pulse that was in Three Houses again, which made it really easy. So I'm hoping that it's not as strong as it was in Three Houses, but only time will tell. I haven't played the game yet. It comes out end of January, I believe. At the center of Engaged combat is Engaged mechanic. As you progress through the story, you unlock emblem rings that can be equipped on any party member. Each emblem ring houses the spirits of the characters of previous Fire Emblem games. So I've seen like Marth, I've seen Blythe, I've seen Lynn, I've seen Roy. So all the Fire Emblem characters from the past games, it looks like I've seen Corrin. Yeah, so there's a bunch of Fire Emblem games in there. So that's going to be a cool mechanic. I'm really looking forward to that. You can mix emblem rings with any characters in your party for varying effects and strategies. Some combinations can lead to incredibly mobile party members, while others could significantly buff a character's strength stat. Some combinations may work better than others, but every party member can forge bonds with every character housed in an emblem ring, like bonds formed between units. Bonds between party members and emblem rings increase the effectiveness of the pair. I'm guessing it's like it kind of works like a built-in adjacent. Guys, I accidentally hit the stop recording button while I was recording. So, back to the point that I was at. The way that I'm reading it, it kind of sounds like it works like an in-game adjacent, like when you're next to each other, but instead of having to be next to each other when you use it, it increases it as if it was adjacent. But I could be wrong. Every mainline Fire Emblem game is represented via emblem ring. After you have clicked your party, you can activate engage mechanic by pressing the plus button for kicking off skirmish, which is classic Fire Emblem. Okay, blah blah blah. There's a handful of tweaks moment to moment combat. Most notably is you have direct control over the character's movement rather than selecting a unit's path. Okay, that is awesome. That is awesome. I love it. I absolutely love that. Also goes away with weapon durability. Okay, so now I don't have to spend a whole bunch of money repurchasing weapons. So that's cool to know. I do like not having to, oh, well, I only have enough to do this ability 3 times. So I need to go in and bring a backup weapon. But it says the economy is going to be balanced around that now. So it looks like we're not going to make as much money in this game as we would in the other games because we don't have to buy as many weapons, which is very nice. Most of the time outside of the battle is spent at the Citadel. That is your new home base. Here you can interact with the party and heroes from past Fire Emblem games, manage an animal pen. Okay, that's like the social stuff. That's the stuff I don't really care about. That's all I'm going to read for this. With that being said, I am super excited for this game. It comes out, I believe, January 20th. I'm super excited for this game. I'm going to be playing Alear as a girl, not the guy, even though I've seen the gameplay and her hair is like super, super long. It's like down to her ankles. It's really weird. Maybe I'll play the guy. I'm super excited for this, especially if this article is right. And there is going to be more of the tactical rather than me having to go around making friends with people for bettering my characters. All right, thank you, everybody. If you like this video, I talked about Pokemon in one. We'll go ahead and check that out. That was about filthy casuals and Pokemon. I'll see you in the next video, you guys. Have a good one.